Many countries in the world are embracing diversity and also allowing individuals to express themselves without holding back. But as the world evolves and there are new norms which are coming to stay, false news peddlers are also using the opportunity to spread dangerous misinformation on social media and in the public for the sake of their biases or agendas. This, in some cases, is to drive narratives around a particular group of people or mislead the public and gaslight unhealthy reactions among people. On this episode of The Proof, powered by Africa Check, we'll look at a claim circulating on social media that World Economic Forum has made a pronouncement on the legality of marriage between people and animals. Wow. I'm Joe Hansen. Welcome to the program. The World Economic Forum says it's time to legalize sex and marriage with animals to promote inclusion, according to a series of posts circulating on social media in March 2023. Is it true? Versions of the claim have appeared on Twitter, here, and on Facebook. Take a look here. Well, some of the posts have received tens of thousands of views. Can you imagine what views they would get? Well, the claim also appeared on other sites, like this one. Many of the claims link to an article posted to News Punch, a site known to publish false information. Well, joining me now is Kirsten Kossa, junior researcher with Africa Check. Good to see you again, Kirsten. Thanks for joining me on The Proof. Now tell me, how did you fact-check this claim?
Thanks, Joe. Good speaking. So we did some research and we quickly found that another fact-checking organization, Snopes, had contacted the World Economic Forum, or the WEF, about this claim. And a spokesperson for the WEF refuted the claims in the article and told Snopes that the organization had never said anything to this effect and that this was an attempt to discredit the work that the organization does. They also pointed out that the WEF doesn't have any intention or indeed any authority to actually give any orders to government or institutions or individuals.
All right, before we go further, Kirsten, I think it's important we know a little bit more about the WEF. What exactly does it do?
So the WEF is a large international organization based in Switzerland, and its stated aim is to strengthen collaboration between the public and private sectors. And it's largely known for its annual conference where delegates are invited to discuss a range of topics like health, development, climate change, to ultimately influence global responses to issues in these areas.
All right, Kirsten, what could be behind the claim against the World Economic Forum?
So the WEF has actually been at the center of quite a few conspiracy theories before, and it's also regularly the target of these News Punch articles. So Africa Check has previously debunked some of these, like a claim that the WEF wanted people's pets to be killed, and another one that said that News Punch actually reported on the existence of the Omicron variant of COVID-19 way back before anyone else, and these claims have turned out to be false.
Could you explain what the website is implying by making these claims?
So according to the News Punch article headline, the WEF's intention with legalizing or wanting to legalize sex and marriage with animals is to promote diversity and inclusion, it says. So the article's target here appears to be LGBTQ rights, in particular trans rights, although they don't express this very directly. So News Punch says, and I'm quoting here, according to the global elite, which is shorthand for WEF here, zoophiles are just another spectrum on the trans pride flag. So this comparison seems to be linked to the repeatedly debunked idea we saw largely in the US that school children have supposedly been allowed or encouraged to self-identify as animals. And this is something that's often used as a sort of slippery slope argument against granting LGBTQ rights and acknowledgement. What's happening here is that the News Punch article and social media users are implying that there's some kind of logical progression from generally accepting gender and sexual diversity to allowing children to identify as animals and accepting people having sex with or getting married to animals.
And why is it important we address these kind of claims?
So it's really important to address these kinds of claims because equating the acknowledgement of sexual and gender diversity on the one hand with these other ideas, including bestiality, is extremely dangerous. And what it does is it undermines the very real struggle for basic human rights that people in the LGBTQ plus communities face.
Thank you so much, Kerstin, for being here with us. After the break, let's take a look at the conclusion.
Seeing is believing. But in the age of fake news and false information, we need to be more and more careful about trusting our eyes. Sometimes the fakery isn't in the images themselves, but how they are used. The photo is real, but it doesn't match the story. Here's a few quick steps to verifying videos or images. Step 1. Do a reverse image search. Did you know that you can search Google using pictures instead of words? This can help you identify more information about an image, like where it's been shared before. Step 2. Look for visual clues. Look out for a distinct building or mountain range, a language from a visible billboard or shop sign, or schools, hospitals, statues, towers, vehicles, and registration. Step 3. Map it out. You can use mapping tools to look for unique features to find a photo or video's exact location. Wikimapia is a community mapping project that collects information about places on the globe. And lastly, another thing to watch out for is that the screen grabs of websites can be easily manipulated.
Welcome back. Well, there is no evidence that the WEF has said sex with or marriage to animals should be legalized, and the claim has been refuted by the organization. The claim comes from a known misinformation website, and of course, it is false. Now, truth is, many websites come up with controversial articles to draw traffic to themselves without minding the consequences that may follow. There are websites that are popular for doing such, and it's best the public stay clear of them. Don't let unverified information misinform you. Now, that is why you should know how to identify trusted websites and the ones to avoid as well. Not all articles you see online are to be believed. Some are written based on personal biases and not forgetting to hidden agenda. So make sure you verify before you believe or share any information. Why don't you visit africacheck.org or tweet at africacheck_NG. Now, don't forget to also follow us. We are at News Central TV on all socials, and check out our website. It's www.newscentral.africa. It's been a wonderful edition, fact-checking one of the biggest lies. I'll put it that way. When we come back next week, we'll take a look at another fact-checking story or topic. I'm Joe Hansen. Thanks for watching The Proof.